Understanding ribbons, tabs, and menus in Excel. We're going to dig deeper into how all of this works. We'll also look at menus because, honestly, understanding these three things is going to make your life in Excel so much easier. The relationship between tabs and ribbons. So let's start with the basics. You see those tabs running across the top of your screen? Home, Insert, Page Layout, and so on? Each one of those tabs has its own ribbon underneath it. Think of it like this. The tab is the label on a file folder, and the ribbon is everything inside that folder. Now, what's on these ribbons? Commands. These are the buttons and tools that actually let you do things in Excel. And here's the beautiful part. Microsoft has organized all these commands in a way that actually makes sense. They've grouped related commands together so you're not hunting around for hours trying to find what you need. Let me give you a quick example. Say you want to insert a shape into your worksheet. Where would you logically go? The Insert tab, right? Click on Insert and boom, there's a Shapes button right there in the Illustrations group. Makes sense, doesn't it? Understanding groups. So speaking of groups, let's talk about those for a second. Every ribbon is divided into these little sections called groups. You can see the group names at the bottom of each section. Go ahead and click on the Home tab. Look at what we've got here. The Clipboard group has Cut, Copy, Paste, and Format Painter. The Font group has all your font formatting options. The Alignment group has your alignment tools, and it keeps going from there. This organization is your friend. Once you get familiar with which commands live in which groups, you'll be navigating Excel like a pro. ScreenTips are your best friend. Now, here's something I want you to try. Hover your mouse over any command on the ribbon. Don't click it, just hover. See that little pop-up that appears? That's called a screen tip. This screen tip tells you three things: the name of the command, a short description of what it does, and the keyboard shortcut if there is one. This is incredibly helpful when you're learning Excel. You don't need to memorize everything because you can just hover and read. Try hovering over the bold button. You'll see it tells you the keyboard shortcut is Ctrl+B. Now hover over the Increase Font Size button. Notice there's no keyboard shortcut listed. That's because not every command has one. Contextual menus. All right, let's talk about right-clicking. In Excel, when you right-click on something, you get what's called a contextual menu. Why contextual? Because what shows up in that menu depends entirely on what you clicked on. Try this. Right-click on any command in the ribbon like the Format Painter button. You'll see menu options specifically related to that command. Now, click on any cell in your worksheet and right-click. Completely different menu, right? This one shows you everything you can do with that cell. You can copy it, paste into it, insert new cells, delete it, format it, and more. The key thing to remember is that contextual menus change based on where you are and what you're doing. They're smart menus. The Mini Toolbar. Here's something else that pops up when you click on a cell. Look just above the contextual menu. See that little floating toolbar? That's called a Mini Toolbar. This Mini Toolbar gives you quick access to formatting commands that people use all the time. Font style, font size, bold, italic, colors, that kind of thing. The idea is to save you a trip all the way back up to the ribbon when you just need to make a quick formatting change. Now, some people love the Mini Toolbar, others find it annoying. If you fall into that second camp, here's how to turn it off. Go to File, click on Options. In the General section, look for User Interface Options. Uncheck the box that says Show Mini Toolbar on Selection. Click OK. Done. No more Mini Toolbar. Dialog Box Launchers. Here's something that a lot of people miss entirely. Look at the bottom right corner of some groups on the ribbon. See that tiny diagonal arrow? That's called a Dialog Box Launcher. Not every group has one. For example, Styles, Cells, and Editing on the Home tab don't have them. But look at the Font group, the Alignment group, the Clipboard group. They all have that little arrow. Click on the one in the Font group. This opens up the Format Cells dialog box and takes you straight to the Font tab. And here's the thing. This dialog box has more options than what you see on the ribbon. There are additional formatting choices tucked away in here. The keyboard shortcut for this one is Ctrl+Shift+F. Good to know. Now click on the Dialog Box Launcher in the Alignment group. Same dialog box opens, but this time you land on the Alignment tab. More controls, more options. Now try the one in the Clipboard group. Something different happens here. Instead of a dialog box, a pane opens up on the left side of your screen. This is the clipboard pane, and it keeps track of things you've cut or copied. The point is that little arrow doesn't always do the same thing. Sometimes it opens a dialog box, sometimes it opens a pane. Either way, it gives you access to more features. To close the pane, just click the X in its top corner. Last thing I want to show you, you can actually hide the ribbon to give yourself more screen space. This is really useful when you're working with a massive spreadsheet and you want to see as much data as possible. The fastest way to do this is with a keyboard shortcut. Press Ctrl F1. The ribbon disappears and you're left with just the tabs. Press Ctrl F1 again and the ribbon comes right back. You can also control this from the ribbon display options. Look at the very top right corner of your Excel window. There's a small drop-down arrow. Click on it and you'll see three options. Always show ribbon. This is the default, everything visible all the time. Show tabs only. The ribbon hides, but the tabs stay. Click any tab to temporarily show its ribbon. Full screen mode. Everything goes away, just you and your spreadsheet. Click the three dots in the title bar when you want to come back. Play around with these options and see what works best for how you like to work.